lovely today. Your headphones are really bringing out the rose in your cheeks.
Thank you so much. It's from the sun streaming through my closed window.
Remember the sun.
I do remember the sun. Back when it felt like it wasn't an illusion.
Hello to everyone in the chat. I just saw Joe's half says, hello, Gwen and Julie. Hello back at you. Hello Lauren Chapa. Hello, Loaf the Wonder Bread.
Oh, Loaf, constant favorite. Oh my goodness, Veja Chonkers is here as well. And Doc Chapa. Yes. Now, welcome to the IB Baking Challenge. We are so excited to have you here. Our theme today is trying not to crumble. We all are.
It's up to you if you think this is about food or ourselves personally.
Now, we would love to address that it's come to our attention that our weekly show has turned into a very fun drinking game for brunch time. A late brunch. Yes.
Or for those of you that haven't stopped drinking since brunch, because there are no rules anymore.
No rules.
Yeah, so in addition to reminding all of you that just because this is 3 p.m. on a Sunday, this is not a family show. If your children are watching, put them in the quiet room.
Yeah, absolutely. We have an idea for this week. As you know, we are so excited to be sponsored by Improv Boston, and we love to promote donations to Improv Boston on this show. And this weekend, we have a very special donor who has offered to match donations up to $3,000 if they are donated with someone else's name in somebody else's honor or memory. So in order to encourage that, we have a little bit of a challenge offer for you. And that offer is that Julie and I haven't made our own drinks yet for the drinking game. However, we have brought every piece of alcohol we own. I believe I have tequila, bourbon. This is just vanilla that you use to bake. It's just baking vanilla.
That's so smart. I have some in the pantry.
Spiced rum, whiskey, a whole host of bitters, some lemons and things. And if you make a donation to Improv Boston, no matter the size, listen, we're all in our own situations. It can be a very small donation. It can be a large donation, whatever feels right to you. You can post that you did so and post an ingredient, and we will put that ingredient into our drinks over the next 2 videos. Lauren Chapa says, please do not drink straight vanilla. Well, you'll have to donate should someone put vanilla, because that's the only thing that would be going in there.
Yes, and for myself, for my part, I do have vodka, Tennessee honey whiskey, cinnamon-flavored whiskey. It's called Watkins Select. I don't know if that means it's better than Fireball or not. Peat Tree Schnapps. Does schnapps expired? I didn't buy this.
Expired is only in your mind, as we've learned from mayonnaise.
And vanilla vodka. So we've got some options, and of course we always invite you to enjoy yourselves however you'd like to enjoy yourselves with us.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much to our tech who has offered mayonnaise, which I do not own currently. Sadly. And sad.
If you are in the position to donate to Improv Boston at improvboston.com/donate, there is so many wonderful members of this community. And yes, the community is not the physical space, but we have an incredible physical space that we want to keep and we want to perform at, because frankly, right now I'm sitting on a pillow on the floor.
Yes, please. We would love to be in a real theater again.
Speaking of a real theater, should we check on a real baker and see what Lauren Chapa has been up to?
Let's.
Hi, I'm Lauren.
There she is.
We're going to be making a French chocolate cake with a crumble topping. For this, our ingredients are in 2 parts. For the crumb topping, we're going to have melted butter, brown sugar, and flour. And then for the cake itself, we'll be using sugar, flour, apples, butter, 2 eggs, baking powder, and vanilla.
Ooh.
I chose a French
Don't drink that vanilla straight, Lauren.
this week because I'm not a huge fan of traditional crisps or crumbles, which have sweetened fruit with an oat-based or flour-based topping. And then crumb cakes, they have about 4 sticks of butter in them normally. It's a bit too much for me. So that's why I chose French apple cake. It uses about half of the butter, definitely less sugar, and it's super easy to make and really, really good. We're going to start by making our crumb topping first. So we want to combine the sugar, the brown sugar, and the flour first.
You know, she makes it look so easy.
I use a lot of cinnamon in this, and it's kind of at your own discretion.
Ooh.
I would say if you don't know how much cinnamon to add, start with about a tablespoon or so, and then add more as you like.
Now, is a tablespoon just a spoon on your table?
Mix. Now we're going to
That was my understanding.
Mm.
You know, once I had a recipe that called for a floor spoon, and I just threw it out. I couldn't trust it.
really careful to mix this. We don't want to overmix it.
Oh.
Once combined all the ingredients without it turning into a paste, we want it to be, like crumbs. Okay, that's all done. Next, we will prep our apples by taking off the skin and chopping them up into small pieces. Okay, so these are all chopped, so we can put them aside now.
Oh.
Start mixing together the butter, the sugar, and
Riley Teague.
We've got a trained chef.
eggs.
Thank you for joining us. This is an honor and a privilege.
So I've combined the baking powder and the flour, and we'll slowly add that in next. And again, we can add cinnamon to our cake mixture. Now that our batter is complete, we can gently fold in the apples.
Oh, well, I'm excited to see how this turns out. You know, I love apples and I love apple picking, and I cannot wait until we can all go back out and climb those trees. Yes, I climb trees when I apple pick, like a monkey.
You know, it's something that I have never noticed until today. How is Lauren's kitchen always so clean while she cooks or bakes? It's a phenomenon, if you ask me.
Truly the Mary Poppins of baking here. Yes, it is a great mystery. I see Joseph has said that there's a donation in our name. Well, Joseph, you get to name an ingredient for our drinks as well. So feel free to put that in the chat. It is an our name. That is so sweet. That is so kind. So feel free to send that at any point. And same for all of our viewers. If you make a donation, feel free to write that in the chat, and then feel free to list something that you would like us to drink, because why not?
So from Lauren to another fan favorite, we have another submission from the Unrefined Kitchen. And I just have to say, one of my favorite things about the Unrefined Kitchen is how we're learning as we're baking. I always walk away from this having learned so much from the Unrefined Kitchen, whether it's about baking or just life in general.
Yes, camaraderie.
So when I was 18, one of my friends convinced me that stop signs were optional after 6 p.m.
Megan.
Unquestioningly believed him. I was just like, oh, cool, yeah, that makes sense. And I just kept driving, and we were driving to breakfast. We finally came to a stop sign, and he was like, Meg, you gotta stop. I was joking. Please stop at the stop sign. It was like, yeah.
So you were getting breakfast after 6 p.m.?
All right.
Good question.
We're making
Scones.
yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, scones better don't.
I just want to say that I actually
Oh, the camera person's getting a bit saucy with that close-up.
scones.
Well, for a pun like that, I would also be saucy.
The only ingredients we have are flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt. Oh fuck, I forgot the salt. Hang on.
Run, Megan, run!
Salt.
And do you know what is the difference between baking powder and baking soda?
You know, I don't know.
David.
One would assume only one of them would be a powder, and yet both are.
No.
Heavy cream, butter, sugar, and we're adding chocolate chips stolen from Michael and cinnamon.
See, Michael helps for once.
Oh, burn, Michael, burn.
So take the bowl, and the first thing we're gonna do is add all the dry ingredients. So the flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda,
Ah.
quarter cup of white sugar.
Doc Shapper tells us that baking soda is Pepsi, and he is a doctor, so I believe him.
Half a teaspoon of the kosher salt. We're gonna
I find it so remarkable how many people have coordinated kitchen bowls
So once everything
and jars. This is something that I just don't know.
we
Oh,
have
Joe has given us an update. Ice in our drinks.
Ice?
pastry is really important
Currently, it's just ice, but thank you, Joe.
because otherwise it just like if it's room temperature, it just melts when you put it in the oven and then it's a mess.
Ah,
You get shit all over your oven.
I don't want shit on my oven.
None of us do.
Therefore, use chilled butter.
Interesting. You must use chilled butter, otherwise you will have a dirty oven.
there's so many things in regards to temperature that I will be completely honest. Let me be the first to admit it. I have ignored that in recipes for so long. I felt like it was the person that created the recipe trying to control me in some way, as if it wasn't enough. I was following their instructions.
Oh, absolutely. When I'm told to do something by a recipe, I say, no, I will not be controlled by the patriarchy. And I put as much as I want. 3
In
eggs.
whatever temperature, but now we are learning, as it turns out, they were helping us.
They were helping us. Fantastic. I'm hearing some. Oh, we have a real answer in this. Baking soda is pure sodium bicarbonate. There's a very technical answer in the chat. Should you wish to check it out, it's on our screen right now. If you can read that fast, I'm incredibly impressed.
Oh,
yes. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Chef Riley Teague, for fielding our questions in the comments.
and again, if you donate in the IB Baking Challenge name, you get to give us an additive to our drink. So far, we've got ice. So I'm pretty thrilled
yes,
right
I'm
now.
doing well. Doing
Yes.
very well.
And I think, for those of you watching us on Facebook Live, we are transitioning over to Twitch. So come join us on Twitch. It's really fun here.
Yes, it is. It's very fun. You get to be a participant in the comments, which are such a joy. Robitussin, I unfortunately don't have any. Isn't that sad? Very sad.
Pity.
It is a pity.
So, Gwen,
Yes.
I'm very excited to report that somebody that joined us for the first time last week in the tent has returned yet again with another video.
I'm so excited. Let's see who it is.
Oh. Yes. So do you want to try and guess? All right. Let me give you some hints. All right. They're absolutely darling.
Okay, well that rules out the rude young boy who stripped.
They're not. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. This one might be Spider-Man.
You had a baby in a suit while sitting down as Spider-Man.
This is a lot of layers.
Another Passover leftover classic. Masa pizza. The first step is to be bitten by a radioactive spider. The second step is to hone your Spidey skills. The third step is to prepare your ingredients. Just because you're Spider-Man doesn't mean that you don't have to worry about getting your suit dirty. So make sure to get something to put all of the ingredients on, like a plate. And be sure to smell it. To avoid getting your suit dirty, I recommend performing this next step on the floor. Really get it all over and take as many scoops as you need. Go ahead and add that cheese.
Oh, straight
This works best
Parmesan.
if you're sitting in front of an oven. And close. Thanks for joining me as I taught you how to bake the matzo pizza in a suit while sitting down as Spider-Man. Mm. Mm, mm, mm.
Oh my goodness, we have a real life celebrity in our midst.
You know, what a precious angel. I simply cannot worry about the state of the world when I know that we have Zach looking after us.
Yes, absolutely. And as soon as Zach is up off the floor from making his pizza there, which I suppose is a pro tip from a professional superhero, then I'm sure Spider-Man will be out helping us all.
Indeed, Gwen. And I understand that you prepared a video for us as well. Is that true?
You know, I did. I have a roommate here. Humble brag. I know some of us have seen my dog, but it's not my dog. I have another roommate here who is very passionate about both baking and their work. So let's hear from them.
Yeah, so I'm Kitchenaid, working my 9 to 5, needing sourdough, but on weekends you can catch me spinning that party at a mixer. Ooh, I like most about being a DJ, I'd say it's really getting the crowd stirred up. I'm into the crossfade. I don't really cut so much as blend, you know. I'm not a food processor, but those guys were all corporate. You know, my mom was a hand mixer. She didn't really get it. Parents just don't understand. But I do make a lot of dough doing what I do. Yeah, my favorite band, Cake. Definitely Cake. Going the Distance. That's a classic. Churning and burning. They yearn for that cup. I think we can all relate to that. I assume they made a cup of milk, but I've never gotten past them. Kate, get at me.
So that is my roommate, the Kitchenaid mixer. Or a mixer, as they like to be called.
I had no idea that you had such an exciting roommate.
You know, I do. You know, and they're single, so you can find them on Raya if you're looking for a post-quarantine mixer hookup. And it reminds me of Tom Server. Oh, okay. Yes, a color-changing mixing bowl. Very fancy. Required if you're going to host a Kitchenaid rave. So we make all sorts of lovely things together. And I'm very grateful.
So how did you find one another as roommates?
Well, everyone in their life stumbles across a first date with a person who ends up being a DJ. So that was how we met. But we share a love of baking. And, you know, they're a good roommate. They're tidy. They have the guard so that there's no splash everywhere when they mix flour. So, and Doc Shappa says, is he DJ Roomba's rival? Well, DJ Roomba did have to move out as sadly both Kitchenaid and the dog were not fans. But luckily, as I said, the only one who has to worry about messing up the floors is truly me. Unfortunately, I don't come with a flour spill guard. I spill it everywhere.
You know, it really is wonderful to have someone or something in your life. I know that for some of us, we have roommates or our partners, our dogs, our cats. And for some of us, we have Netflix and communicating with friends. And I, for one, Gwen, am so happy that every week I get to spend my Sunday with you while other people that are more talented at baking show us what they're capable of.
I know. We learn so much, and every week I'm inspired to do something brand new. So let's check in with some of my greatest teachers in the unrefined kitchen. I have to tell you, I have never learned so much science, ever, in fact. Not at all.
Therefore, use chilled butter. So we're just gonna take these into pieces, and we're gonna. Okay. And you're gonna want to work it so that you start to get little like pea-sized pieces.
Let me see. Can we play Missy Elliott?
Yes, in the words of the great Missy, let me work it.
Reverse it. Something, 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 Missy Elliott.
Michael, can you provide some background vocals in the style of Missy Elliott?
Can you sing Missy Elliott's Work It?
Just do it.
Yes, you are worth it.
What are you doing?
Yes, Michael.
Okay, so all the butter has been worked in, so now Carolyn is going to make a well. So if you don't know what it means to make a well, this is it. It's fairly self-explanatory.
Oh, Carolyn.
Oh.
And dump it in there.
They are my favorite.
Oh,
Amazing.
perfect.
I can do that.
Now all the ingredients are here. They're going to take the spoon and they're going to stir it until it starts to come together.
Okay.
And then they're going to work it with their hands. So the key with this is you want to be very delicate when you're working it with your hands because you want to be
Okay.
careful not to overknead it. It's the opposite of bread dough where you kind of want to beat the shit out of it.
Oh.
This, you want to be really delicate.
Dough is like plants. Talk to it. Let it know you care.
While they're doing that, I'm going to mix in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and Michael's chocolate chips. I think I said
Why?
like chunks better than chips, but we didn't have.
Why did that look purple? Was that just the angle?
I think it's a purple measuring cup.
Exciting time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so at this point, once you get some of this dry stuff worked in, you're going to want to take this.
I
whole
keep
part
wanting to dance.
here and just gently shape it into a circle. It's mostly there.
Okay.
You're fine. We're not professionals.
It's so interesting. You know, I will be honest, going back to me thinking I know better than the recipe person that's a professional, I frequently thought that them telling me not to over knead was just some weird threat so that I was scared.
We're very good at red light.
Yes. Well, it's best to be on your toes when you bake.
Sorry, okay?
Wait, that's a red light.
Fuck off. For those who don't know, I accidentally was an asshole passenger to Rob today, and he won't let me forget it. I just want to make sure he saw the red light.
Now we all know. Well, to be fair, when you've spent time not knowing that stoplights exist after 6 p.m., you might get concerned about other people's recognition of red lights. It's possible. Oh my goodness. Let us. Oh, Joseph donated again in our names. Oh, and would like us to drink water. Joseph, what a sweet angel you are. What a kind, sweet angel. I will go get some water in a second, and I will remain hydrated. You should all remain hydrated, regardless of what else you're drinking. It's good. We are so thrilled to be a part of Improv Boston, and we'd like you to know that there will be a new session of classes coming out. So keep your eye on the website for that release date. We are thrilled to have you there with us. It has truly been a joy both to take classes and to teach them. So we hope to see you there. Now, sometimes we're joined by return guests, and I believe we have one coming back up soon. But before we do, I would like to share with you, just while we wait for that, what I've baked this week. Now, I've baked this. It is a apple cake. And it turned out fairly well. But to the Unrefined Kitchen's point, I did spill stuff all over my oven. So if you have tips, greatly appreciated. And now my favorite part of baking. I'm going to eat the whole thing with a fork and knife. Whole cake, just for me. These are the good times. Apple cake is the best Sam watching improv. That's true. It is indeed. So we have to share with you a video from one of... Oh, hello. Hello there, Julie. Oh, we cannot hear you, unfortunately.
All right, this is very exciting.
Yes.
I'm now in the tent tech booth. So I'm in the booth, so I'm going to be talking while somebody else is controlling the mouse. It's probably very similar to what happened this morning with Unrefined Kitchen, where my assumption is Rob was driving, but Megan was also driving from the passenger seat.
Ah, yes. Do you think they have one of those special cars that they use to teach people to drive?
Oh, I don't know. I wonder what that would look like if you had a mixer like that too, someone that could just be along for the ride.
Yes, absolutely. Well, if I do take a ride this week with my DJ Kitchenaid mixer, we'll try it out and see how that works.
Yes.
Doc Shapper, you've put your finger on it, I believe. It does look like Finger Puppet Charles Dickens Studio.
What? Do we have another submission that I didn't know about?
I believe we do.
It's working. It's correct. Yes, hello. It is I, Finger Puppet Charles Dickens, once again entering the arena for the Boston Baking Challenge. And I have taken this challenge very seriously. I'm trying to do some hands-free baking. Well, by that I mean my camera is being operated with a Bluetooth situation, so I don't have to worry about touching it. It'll turn on and off automatically because I'm technologically savvy, baby.
He's not a baker. I don't understand how he keeps breaking into
crumbles.
this.
I don't listen when Julie the cat talks. She said something about crumbles. So we're going to make a lemon meringue individual pie with a graham cracker crust that's going to crumble when you touch it with your fork or your tongue. Yes, it's going to have some light brown sugar, some regular light white sugar, and some baking soda, some flour, and of course lemons, because lemon meringue is nothing without lemon. It would just be meringue, and no one wants that. You want some flavor to it. Start baking.
Just meringue would be a pavlova, and you would fill it with fruit.
It'd be amazing. You're in luck. All right.
Although I can confirm,
look at that picture of me right
A, he's not going to make this, and B, there's no light brown sugar in this recipe.
I'm going to put... Hold on a minute. Time to start baking. Okay.
Oh, yes. Bake away, Dickens.
Touch. Good. All right. Camera's off. Oh, thank God. All right. Camera's off.
Oh, Dickens.
More. Hello, gorgeous. It's like looking into the face of God. Beautiful bastard. All right. Well, I'll put this down.
Oh, Dickens, you... The camera. Dickens, the camera.
What's...
Are you,
Is there someone else there?
Yes, Finger Puppet Charles Dickens, that's I, yes. You have what I ordered. You ordered one small lemon meringue pie. Yes. Please deliver it. Put it on the counter over there, yes. Perfect. Just put it out on the counter. That's exactly where it needs to be. I'm sorry, why did you order a single pie? Look, I'm pretending that I baked it for this baking challenge with my nemesis, Julie the car. Don't worry. When you see this air on Improv Boston, you'll know, I'll tell everyone that I baked it and not and believe it. And it's a trick, and it's brilliant. I'm brilliant for tricking.
Yes, Radish Brett. Scandal indeed.
Also, I don't think anyone would believe this.
$42 for a pie.
Sam!
This is from a very nice bakery. All right, it's $42. All right, fine. Do take checks. No, dude. I don't take checks.
Well, when Lauren Chapper says run you out of town, you know you're in trouble.
All right, bye.
I feel like we're learning a lot, and none of it has to do with baking.
Yes, well, we did say we learned lots of lessons.
Also, Dickens, your kitchen is nothing compared to Lauren Chapman.
2 hours since
Nothing.
I saw you, and I'm ready to share with you my bake. All right. All of my baking is done, and there it is. This beautiful pie that I baked myself. There it is, and it's going to be delicious, and it's got a crumbly crust, and I baked it. And taste it right now.
Exactly, Lauren.
So delicious. You enjoy my bake, Julie the car. Camera off. All right. Good, I fooled them. No one's going to know that I didn't actually bake this. I'm so smart. Oh, well.
I don't...
Good job, Finger Puppet Charles Dickens. You outsmarted them all.
He looks at himself and talks to himself.
What am I going to do now?
Oh.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Oh no.
Oh no, we know how that Zoom
we
video
know how that
ends.
Zoom video ends. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh.
Hi. Hey, Chuck, your camera's still on. What? Yeah. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Dickens and I live together. Get away from my camera. Turn the camera off. Looks like I'll see you soon.
Oh. Oh my goodness. I am sufficiently wooed.
What?
Not by Dickens, by Bob Ross.
Oh.
He can paint my happy little tree.
Oh, there was a lot that was going on there in the comments that we have to talk about. I mean, first of all, I think we're going to see a house divided, because on the one hand, we have Lauren Chapper talking about Dickens being full of lies and going against everything that the baking challenge represents, in which case I say yes and kudos to you.
Yes.
But then we have Dark Chapper saying Dickens can live with them.
Yes, that will be quite the sitcom. I look forward to it. And I hope that they will all three submit a video to the baking challenge together. Maybe Dickens can learn something about coordination, baking, and morality from Lauren Chapper. Now, the second thing that we need to address is James has rightly brought up that everyone seems to have the same stand mixer.
It's almost as if one person was inspired by somebody else's mixer and found out that the Kitchenaid website sells them for a reduced cost at refurbished, and then passed the information on to someone else who also got a similarly colored mixer.
Yes, we can say that it is a fantastic mixer.
It really is.
And also not at all a conspiracy. Not at all.
No.
A conspiracy.
But if you'd like to join us, get yourself a blue Kitchenaid mixer. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yes.
The IB Kitchenaid Baking Challenge.
Sam watching improv. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Listen, Kitchenaid, if you would like to sponsor the IB Baking Challenge for Improv Boston so that we can donate that money directly to Improv Boston, yes, we will gladly accept your promo.
Yes. Jan Connolly, thank you so much for your donation. If you would like to add something to our drink of water and ice, you may. Also, we haven't been having as much of a drinking game this time. I don't know why. We've just been having so much fun talking to you.
Indeed. You know what, though? I'd really love to know. You know who we haven't heard from yet today?
Oh, who?
Everyone's fan favorite, Kat. Welcome.
Hello, Gwen and Julie. It's so lovely to see you again.
It's always lovely to see you as well, Kat.
I must admit, it gets quite lonely, so it's just me and Loaf here at my place. So it's, I just really miss seeing other people. But today's bake was inspired by cooking for just one.
Yes, which is something a lot of us are having to deal with.
Yes, it's been all right. I eat a lot of leftovers, I've found. I use a lot of my Tupperware still like I did before. I'm scooping straight out of the Tupperware instead of onto a plate and then eating it to make it seem like I'm an adult.
I'm so sorry. You're supposed to take it out of the Tupperware?
Well, I like to microwave it on a plate when I'm at work, and then I, have a plate when I'm eating lunch in front of other people. But
Kat,
yes.
Your class knows no bounds. You really are such an example to us all of what it is to be a true adult.
Yes, that
Oh.
is far fancier than any meal I think I've ever eaten.
Well, for today, there's no transporting into plates or other bowls. Today, I wanted to show you my recipe for single-serving apple crumble.
Oh, that sounds so delicious and completely without mayonnaise.
So I have these tiny ramekins, which are quite adorable, honestly, and they're perfect for just a single serving of your favorite dessert. So what I did is I chopped up and cooked some apples. Now, if you have time, like because we're in quarantine, you can cook them on the stove with a little bit of pumpkin pie spice to flavor it up. But if one, is very busy, one can just microwave the apple chunks in the ramekin to your desired softness. I don't judge. But for today, I did cook this on the stove to get them nice and cooked down so they're soft and warm, just like loaf.
Oh, that sounds so comforting and lovely. We have so many apple recipes today, and they all sound amazing.
It is just so refreshing. Apples simultaneously make me think of a crisp fall and a fresh summer.
Now for the crumble part, I have this granola here in this individual portion-sized cup. I find that the normal crumble on top of pies is a little labor-intensive. Again, if I'm trying to save time, I'll just go for a little bit of granola, and that way I don't have to open up and make a big batch of crumble and then have to eat it all. I'm not quite like Gwen. I do not contain multitudes of serving sizes.
I'm about to eat this whole cake by myself. Cooking for
As
what?
well you should. So I'm just going to sprinkle the granola on there to get the nice crumble. Oh, you can't see that. The nice crumble aspect of it.
Oh, it looks simply divine.
It does.
A little individual portion here. And one of the last finishing touches is I have a strawberry garnish cut in the shape of a heart because I love you all very much. So split that, put it on the side to remind yourself that you're not alone.
Cat!
Oh, Cat!
That's beautiful. It could be served in a restaurant.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Cat.
Thank you, Cat.
Always such a delight.
Oh, I'm gonna take a little bite. Oh, I forgot the most important part.
Cat.
And there was a nice sweet button on it with the strawberry.
Remember the heart? Remember the strawberry heart?
You've already put the garnish on.
Oh,
whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
Oh, this was just in the way. Of course, everyone knows the best garnish.
No.
I'm sorry to crumble.
Oh, Cat.
I don't want to crumble your expectations. So now we have the warm apple, the delightful strawberry, the delicious crumble, and the nice cool mayonnaise creaminess on top. Take a nice big bite.
Oh, in the words of our viewer Sparrow's songs, no! Oh my goodness.
Oh, Cat.
Cat, I have a question for you. It was raised by Wit the Wit. It says, Loaf, do something. And that is the question that I have. Does Loaf enjoy mayonnaise as much as you, or is Loaf feeling about the mayonnaise the way that Julie and I feel about the mayonnaise?
Loaf is a very supportive friend. So while Loaf does not partake in the mayonnaise themselves, Loaf does not cringe in the same way that you seem to do.
You know, that is admirable, Loaf. I honestly commend you for your support, and I aim to be more supportive like Loaf.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, but I love you and Julie all the same.
Oh,
And I love you. Not in spite of the mayo,
but
because
of
the
the
mayo.
mayo.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Enjoy, Kat.
I will.
Oh, remember the heart strawberry? That was a nice moment.
It was heart-shaped.
It was.
Well, I think we're up for a palate cleanser.
Yes. You know, let's check back in with, Baker Extraordinaire Lauren.
With the French apple crumble. I love that she
Oh.
clarified that.
Yes. Well, German apple crumble would be a broken strudel. Oh, look at it. I love things that can be baked in a big heap.
Yes, just pile it on.
Did we miss a puppy? Now I'm ever vigilant for the puppy.
I didn't see it. If you're playing a drinking game, that would be a good time to drink.
That'd be a good time to drink.
You want to press down to make sure it's combined.
Oh, you have a puppy. Well then, chin chin, shall we?
Okay, this is all set to go in the oven. The oven is heated to 350 degrees.
All right, let me be clear. This is not Dickens Studios, Doc Chappa.
Oh, it's so cute.
All right, so it's been just under 15 minutes now, so we're going to check on our cake.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
Oh.
Sometimes crumbling can be a very good thing.
I like she has a process.
Apples in this cake, which makes it more moist, so it may need more time.
Might need some more time. Well, luckily, all we have is time.
I think I'm going to let it cool for a few minutes and then check on it again. All right,
You know it's ready when she takes the apron off.
Yes. There are 2 plates. You know what that means.
Do we get a Doc Chappa and a Wallace? Oh, here we go with the big taste.
Big taste. Oh. Yes, Lauren, that's the difference between you and me. You seem to be able to eat without an apron and not get it anywhere. It's very impressive.
I'm topping full of apples.
Dan!
Great.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hello. Oh my goodness, what a household. Truly.
You know, Dan's living a charmed life right now.
I know. Baked goods every week with someone who miraculously gets not a single speck of flour out of place.
I know she's saying clean as she goes, but we're watching the goes, and there's never a spill.
There's never a speck to be cleaned as you went. Now we have one more video from the wonderful folks at the Unrefined Kitchen. And let's check in with them and see what other traffic laws they've broken.
Oh my goodness. You know, I have to say though, it is such a delight to watch them all interacting with each other. I enjoy myself so much.
Yes, truly. Truly. Oh, Doc Chappa says, doctors prescribe the baked goods. Well, I'm glad.
Oh, that doctor's me.
I'm preheating the oven to 350 degrees.
Yes, you are.
That involves me turning the dial.
Oh my god.
And having
This
the
sounds like me
numbers.
when I tried to explain to you how to drive through a red light or drive through a light, a traffic light earlier today, Rob. 2, 3. There we go.
It's a flip.
Okay. So we're gonna spread it out a little bit, and then we're gonna just cut it into.
What is that on the toaster? Is that more dough?
Unrefined Kitchen, get back to us. What is on the toaster? You know, everyone has such lovely mixing bowls.
Michael screwed up.
I cook in an old shoe.
That is fair.
There's a lot of Michael references in this
There
episode.
are. You know, I think that they're looking to involve him more, and I for one am thrilled.
Oh,
I'm
just trying.
It comes in
That is
slices.
a scone.
That is a scone.
I do comedy at Improv Boston, where you could donate money at improvboston.com and click on donate.
Hey, Karen.
There they are.
There they are.
Solid commercial yet again.
Yet again.
Isn't that your dynamic though?
Didn't I just
It's
do
a
all
very
the
colored
other
mixer.
work?
There is another color of mixer. You know, there are so many beautiful colors of mixer.
Can you do me a huge favor? Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Just
Someone say I'm a stone artist.
Who said it?
Me.
I'm literally just going to take a handful.
Yes. Oh, God.
I'm going to pop it in the oven for about 35 minutes.
Oh, no, 20 to 25 apparently.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. We're going to take the scones out now.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
There's been a lot of dancey music on this episode.
Holy
Bam!
shit!
Bam!
Holy shit!
Boo! Boo! Oh!
Caroline.
Stones!
Caroline. Was not expecting them to be that big.
They're swole! Vocals!
We are all going to try the cinnamon chocolate scones that me, Caroline, and Michael contributed to.
Oh,
Do you
love
notice that Michael gets a different
Look at that.
plate, it
Can
looks
we get a
like?
shot of that?
yes.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
so good.
Oh, stone she better do.
Yes, high fives all around.
You know,
They
like-
live together, so that's all.
Scones are not.
You can scone your own way.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one.
So, SOS,
Why such scone?
Improv Boston. Please help me.
Oh, we could not ask for a better endorsement than those baking puns.
Thank you yet again, Unrefined Kitchen. And you know, Carolyn already talked about the donate. The other thing that you can still do at Improv Boston is the next round of classes will be coming out soon. Isn't that right, technician in the booth?
Yeah.
Yes. So as we mentioned, please keep a lookout on our website. Those will be up soon, and we would love to see you there. Thank you so much for joining us on the IB Baking Challenge today. As always, it has been such a joy. And Julie and I would like to offer another incentive if you choose to donate to Improv Boston. If you'd like to donate to Improv Boston this week or this weekend, and write to us either via the Twitch currently or on Facebook under one of our posts.
Or on the Twitter. We have an IB Baking Challenge Twitter now.
We have
You
an
can
IB
tweet us.
You can tweet at us. Yes, please follow us on Twitter and tweet at us. We will take the recipe, any recipe. It doesn't matter how difficult, how absurd, how hard it might be. We will take the highest donor's recipe and attempt to make it this week. Note that we have been baking, remember my bread that I could not eat because it was too hard? Yes, well.
You never saw the picture of my pasta that I made that immediately fell flat. Oh, splash of bourbon from Jan Connolly. There we
For
go.
you, Jan Connolly.
Go the full bourbon. Oh, I'm so far from my airplane bottles now.
It's
I'll
all
have
right,
to take a
I'll take one for you. Thank you, Jan. Oh, well, that was straight.
Thank you, Tech.
Oh, better see some ice water drinking. I assure you it's here. Thank you so much, Joseph. We care very much about you. You know what, Major Chonkers? Whatever you choose to indulge in, who are we to judge? As I mentioned on the Twitter, if it's ginger ale, if it's water, if it's another thing, if it's a baked good, if it's an entire cake and a bottle of bourbon, people who might not be named. You know what? Live your best life currently. And from all of us over here, we wish you just the best. If you would like to challenge us to make some absurd baking creation, please do donate to Improv Boston. Oh, goodness.
How much of that did
bourbon.
you bring?
I don't know if people know, but I do get immediately drunk. That
So-
is true.
So we've got some things coming up tonight as well at 6 p.m. Once Upon a Doodle.
Yeah.
And then at 7 p.m. the check-in with Mike, Kelly, and Corey.
Yes, please do join them for that. That has been lovely. It's been a wonderful chance for the community to get together.
You know, I usually puzzle and whine while I'm watching.
Oh, puzzle and wine. It's like a self Netflix and chill.
Indeed. So we've got a few questions regarding next week's theme. Everyone's very excited. I like how Doc Chappa gets very excited about the theme, even though he doesn't have to bake anything. He
But
just
he
gets
gets
to look
to eat
forward
it.
to it.
Yes, I think I would be excited about the theme too if I knew that I got to ingest it.
Oh, yes. Really excellent work from everyone all around. I don't know about you, but I'm just so many things I want to eat. Most of them involve scones and apples. So next week's theme is very exciting because a lot of people have been making do with odd circumstances and finding ways to celebrate nonetheless. I, for one, am having a birthday, not this coming week, but the week after. And so selfishly, our theme for next week is quarantine birthday.
Yes,
So
and
how
so many of us are looking for ways to celebrate. So show us the way that you celebrate your quarantine birthday.
Yes, if you want to celebrate yourself or celebrate someone else, however you choose to celebrate, you can submit a video, you can join us live in the tent. We're always looking for new contestants as well as our returning favorites. You are all so joyful for all of us.
Yes, and you can do that by filling out the form, which will be posted on Facebook, or by shooting us an email or finding us on Twitter. Truly, any way you reach out, we're thrilled to have you.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that bourbon.
And so, once again, this week, Matt was not able to join us in the tent, but he will be back next week. We're very excited for that, mainly because it turns out there are just hundreds of songs with the word hero in the title.
So very many.
But for this week, to reflect how much we miss him and how happy we will be to have him back, you're doing great. Secondary Matt in the booth, you're doing great. We have another song to honor you, but also to honor all of you out there in the chat that we miss so much seeing in person.
Yes. Jen Connolly, I'll work on the measuring spoons. Matt.
Beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of me and loving me tonight. Somewhere out there, someone's saying a prayer that will find one another in that big somewhere out there. And even though I know how very far apart we are, it helps to think we might be wishing on the same bright star. And when the night wind starts to singing to lullaby, it helps to think we're sleeping underneath the same big sky. Somewhere out there, if love can see us through, then we'll be together somewhere out there, out where dreams come true.
From all of us here to you.
We are all sleeping underneath the same big sky, and we'll see you next week at 3 p.m., everyone. Thank you once again for watching from Improv Boston and the IB Baking Challenge.